if you asked 17-year-old me back in 2013, where do you think I would be today? I think the answer to 2013-year-old me would be, well, I thought, maybe we'd have 10K subs on YouTube. And, part of me really believed that, back when I was super young, 17, 16, 18, in that age range. And while that was a great dream, it was a naive dream, to say the least. But, I mean, despite it being such a naive dream, I think there was an actual decent amount of credibility to what I was saying. Because, for those of you who don't know, recently we just hit 2,000 subscribers on the channel, and obviously that is why I am here making this video. I honestly, if I wasn't at 2,000, you probably would not be seeing this video today. But if you asked, younger me, where do you think I would be in terms of my life and the YouTube landscape in 2020? I would probably say, oh yeah, you're gonna be at like 10K. And like I said, it was very optimistic, but yet very naive, because when the reality comes down to it, getting and working to make a living off of YouTube is hard, right? But, it makes it all the more satisfying when you see these slight little payoffs come in from time and time again. It has been a wild ride since I started making content in 13. And I mean, trust me, if you go back to watch some of my other stuff, oh god, it's so cringe. Don't. My older content didn't even have thumbnails back in 13, but granted, YouTube was just kind of getting on its feet, becoming this big social media platform that it was back in 13. But man, you know what? Making content for me back then was all the same. And at the core of it all, right? At the core of all of this content was this sense of just being a good person and being able to hang out with friends, as much as I did, and as much as I enjoyed making content with my friends. That was such a big thing, and that was one of the main reasons I started making YouTube content. But of course, as time went on, as the years went on, of course, leading up to 2020, those friends, some of us grew apart, some of us grew closer together. But at the end of the day, those friendships that were made back in the past have become long-lasting memories on the channel. Those friends that we've made in the past on the channel, and some who still exist to this day, have become what we now know as the CGA community. And I really think there's some amazing credibility to how far this channel has come over the past 7 years. I mean, way back when I started, and kind of getting back to the naivety, younger me loved playing games with their groups of friends. But, in the back of younger me's mind, it was like, oh my god, I'd like to make a living off of this thing. But again, as I said, it's not easy to do. You have to put a lot of work, and a lot of effort has to be put forth for that. But of course, as I said, as time went on, that naivety kind of dissipated, and that naivety turned into a community. That naivety turned into, I guess the word that naivety turned into experience. I guess you could say through the past of my YouTube career, because as I got better, and as things changed, and as the community that was created because I started a YouTube channel grew, I started to realize that, I should say, I guess the biggest point is I started to realize right when I was around 18, that it's just like, I think the thing I need to focus on, rather than making YouTube my big thing, is I need to focus on making my YouTube channel and that content a community. And obviously, I think seeing that we are now sitting at 2,000 subscribers, we have absolutely succeeded in making that dream a reality, which is absolutely huge. There's so many lovely people in the CGA Discord. Some of my friends from long years past hang out in this Discord, and we've made new ones along the way, right? 2 years ago, we were at 1,000 subscribers, and now all of a sudden, when 2019 rolled through, as you guys know, 2019 was a very rough year for me. There was very good content, but 2019 was a very rough year. And by the end of it, we didn't really gain much ground in terms of, where I wanted the channel to be, where I wanted the community to be. But then 2020 rolled around, and despite it being such a year for so many people. There is one thing that I think a lot of people found solace in 2020, and that was their favorite content creators. And not just their favorite content creators, the communities behind those content creators. 2020 was a very hard year for many. And despite it being such a hard year for many, I was one of those few people who wanted to try and look on the bright side of 2020. Yeah, everything was shut down. Yeah, no matter where you went, left and right, it was pandemic. But at the end of the day, the content creators were... hold on. There's a kitty meowing. She is jealous. One second. Can you guys tell this is completely unscripted? You know, you don't just hear the cat constantly meowing outside the microphone. You can probably hear her purring right now. But as I was saying, I think the big thing that came out of 2020 was a content creation revolution. And absolutely, I mean, it was absolutely huge. And all of a sudden, 2020 was a year that people wanted to watch their favorite creators. They wanted to see their creators succeed. They wanted to see their creators grow. And not just in my community, but so many other people's communities. And through all the friendships I've made in the past, you know, from coming to this little game that I knew as Splatoon and then moving on to a game with just as big of a community in Ninjala this year, I mean, it's been a ride. And through that entire ride, granted, some videos haven't done well. Other videos have done really well. Like, I could name a couple off the top of my head that I know were not my best, I guess, in terms of production, and not my best in terms of quality content. But then I look at some of the other videos that I've made over the past year, and I look at them and go, this is what I want people to remember me by. This is how I want people to remember me, my personality, my friend group, my community. This is where I want it to be. And, you know, there was a great opportunity in 19, despite me saying it wasn't the greatest year. The biggest opportunity for me in 19 was meeting so many of my fellow creators in person. You know, Jay, Fyrus, Dan, Gab, Vic. I mean, there's so many great and inspirational people that have helped me along the way. And, you know, being able to meet them in person was definitely a huge part to, I think, you know, how and why I should say this channel has changed over over the long period of time that I've had this channel. And to this day, I mean, some of us are really good friends. I talk to Gab constantly when we're playing with Ninjala. You know, I got a chance to finally talk with Skull and meet Skull, and I don't think that would have been possible this year without the support from not only the creators themselves, but I don't think it would have been possible without the support from my community. And at the end of the day, you guys are what is driving this channel. Your constant support for my uploads, no matter what they are. Your constant support for series on the channel, no matter what they are. It means a lot. And, you know, while it is tough for me now, I guess, to balance quite a bit of that, obviously taking on a little bit of a full-time job while trying to also balance content creation, I still feel like there is a happy medium there, because at the end of the day, no matter what video I make, no matter what video, or no matter how a video does, the thing I look back on is I look back on my community's impression. What did they think of the video? What did they think of, you know, myself and the personality in that video? Did they like the editing style? Did they like, you know, how I kept the video entertaining? And it, like, for me, at the end of the day, what I want to do, and this was part of that reality that hit me when I turned to like 18, was moving forward. It was a big thing of always wanting to entertain. And it never became, like, around the age of 18, the whole I want to do YouTube to get famous thing kind of faded away, because I find more joy in entertaining my community and entertaining people. And I've been told so many times that I should have gone into radio and I would have been a great radio talk show host, but that's not what I wanted to do. I'd rather entertain through the platform that we are currently on, YouTube. Whether that be my streams, whether that be the videos, I'd rather entertain on this platform, despite this platform, having quirks every once in a while. But I'd rather be the one to entertain here and entertain you guys here on this platform than anywhere else. And I didn't even go for a radio degree when I studied in college. I went for an animation degree, and part of the reason I went for that animation degree was because it allows me to further what I want to do here on the community. It furthers what I want to do here for the channel, and having that, that animation degree on top of a liberal arts degree that I got a couple years prior to the animation degree, it's huge. It has allowed me to vastly improve my editing. It has allowed me to vastly improve my workflow. It has done so much for me that I can't regret not going back to school for that animation degree. And I actually, believe it or not, do have a decently large animation project that I kind of have in the works, and I'm going to be working with a couple friends on production for that. You guys might know the two friends I'm talking about, but if you guys are not familiar with two of the friends in my community that I've been friends with for many years, Nightmare Fan 65 and LK, they have been extremely supportive. They are some of my closest friends in real life. We're constantly talking with one another. We all pursued animation and illustration degrees, and we kind of want to work on a larger project together. So hopefully we might have that coming down the pipeline. But I guess, like I said, it comes down to the community and the friends we made. And looking back on it now, 2020 has been such a great year for this channel, such a great year for, I think, the CGA community, and it's been just such a great year overall in terms of, where I wanted to go, where I wanted to direct the channel. And I have to thank you guys. I have to thank the community, because I did not think we were going to hit 2,000 before the end of the year, which was the initial plan. We hit it like a month early, which is absolutely insane. I can't even, my mind still can't comprehend that. Holy crap, we have 2,000. That's a lot. There's so much community there, and you guys in that community has supported me every step of the way in the decisions we've made, and I'm so thankful that you guys have come out and helped me in this situation that, frankly, I think now could be a reality, with being able to make content and entertain people for literally as long as I want. Videos like this is a great reason to talk to you guys and explain to you guys that at the end of the day, you guys are the backbone of the channel. And I know I keep saying at the end of the day a lot, but it's the truth. At the end of the day, and every day for that matter, it really is the community that makes the channel. It's not the content. It is not the individuals. It is the overall community that makes the content. And I definitely don't think I could have gotten to 2,000 subscribers without anybody in the community. Despite the past, despite what may have happened in the past relations, current relations, no matter what happens, the community is there for you. And this goes for any channel. So I just have to say, thank you guys. I don't know where I would be without you guys now and without you guys today. I just hope you guys continue to enjoy the content as we push forward into the future. Like I said, I hope to get some big stuff coming down the pipeline. Obviously, we're in a bit of a nice spot. I do like making that Ninjala content. I do love being very knowledgeable and, helping people learn Ninjala, because, yeah, granted, the game has some flaws, but, I'm very happy with making content for Ninjala. Age of Calamity, that video, I really enjoyed putting together. There's so much stuff that I really enjoyed this year and at the end of the year that you guys have helped make a reality, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that, seriously. It has been a wild ride, and I said it in a previous video. I'm tearing up right now. Oh my god. That's why I'm trying to keep this as short as possible, because man, it's hitting me. It's hitting me emotionally pretty hard right now. I said it at the end of, I believe, if I recall correctly, my 1,000 subscriber video. And that statement was, this was always a dream, and now it's reality. And that holds so true today. So just thank you guys. 2,000 subs is huge. I hope to see you. I hope to see a lot of you in the community around. Of course, when we go and hit that next milestone, we go and hit that 5,000, that 10K. Just it feels like a dream, but seeing it now, it is reality. So just thank you guys. Thank you for the community. Thank you guys for being part of the CGA, and just thank you for supporting this channel for so long. It means a lot, and I cannot thank you guys enough.